today over the stunning firing of cable superstar Tucker Carlson.
Okay, guys. A lot is going on under the radar, and most of us, we're just not aware of this entire drama that will blow our heads. So yeah, Tucker Carlson has pulled back the curtains on the world of power and privilege that had long been shielded from scrutiny. However, nothing prepared him for what came next. Who exactly is caught up in this saga? Most importantly, what price did Carlson have to pay to reveal this truth? We'll tell you all about it in a minute. But first, kindly subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Let's get right in.
There continues to be reaction to the bombshell news that Tucker Carlson, the highest-rated personality on Fox News, has been fired.
In case you missed it, Tucker Carlson was abruptly fired from cable news, allowing conspiracy theories to fester. Before he was laid off, he was one of the biggest stars in the entertainment industry. Fox News Media CEO Suzanne Scott called Tucker Carlson around 11:15 a.m. on Monday, April 24th, and said, "We're taking you off the air." But she didn't give him a reason. To Carlson, a cancellation was unthinkable. He was the highest-rated host across all of cable news, and he was suddenly sentenced to execution. It was like somebody cancelling Taylor Swift mid-tour, or removing Stranger Things from Netflix before anyone could stream the ending. It made no sense. Carlson wasn't given a path to sign off and pretend that it was on his terms, but Scott did offer him one thing: the chance to include his comment in the press release. For a moment, he thought about saying yes. Maybe he did want the breakup to sound mutually beneficial, but he quickly snapped out of that. He was being dumped, and he wanted everyone else to know it too. He tapped out a farewell email to his staff, known as the Tucker Troop, before his Fox email account was disabled. "I've never worked with better people in my life, and I don't expect I ever will," he wrote, adding, "I'm a little unclear on what's going on right now, but at this point it looks unexpectedly bad." Then the news erupted in public. Headlines like Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways, abusing the word agreed and glaringly lacking any quote from the host. His production team was not given a heads up, so they found out that Carlson was gone the same way as everyone else, through smartphones, news alerts, or texts from friends. The show's senior executive producer, Justin Wells, was also sacked, but the rest of the staff was still on the clock. They were supposed to stay at their keyboards and whip up a replacement show that very night. Instead, they swapped theories about the cancelling. One of his producers thought it was tied to Fox's blockbuster $787.5 million settlement of the Dominion voting systems case, which was struck just a few days earlier. Another producer thought it was triggered by ex-producer Abby Grossberg's lawsuits, alleging a toxic workplace. A third wondered if it was somehow related to January 6th protester Ray Epps' interview on 60 Minutes the night before. When Epps said Carlson was going to any means possible to destroy his life, Epps was believed to be preparing a lawsuit against Fox, which he would file in July. The reason Carlson's team couldn't immediately settle on one simple explanation is that there wasn't one. Though Carlson would later speculate that his ouster was a condition of the Dominion suit. However, there's no evidence to support that theory, and both parties deny it. According to rumors, many factors contributed to the defenestration of Carlson, which ranks among the biggest bombshells in cable news history. Perhaps one of them came back to bite him in the butt. In one instance, Carlson was believed to have Trump-like hypnotic power over the GOP base. He was believed to be irreplaceable. But that impression was, in large part, a creation of Carlson's. In another instance, pranksters duped Tucker Carlson into believing they edited the Princess of Wales's photo. The pranksters claimed to be a Kensington Palace employee fired over the Kate Middleton edited photograph fiasco, allegedly duped former Fox News host Tucker Carlson into interviewing them for his streaming show.
Okay, here we go.
So yeah, I saw the email that you had sent. So if you could just kind of explain story.
I was working for the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, as they were then, and the Prince and Princess of Wales. We all work out of KP, Kensington Palace.
In a video posted on X that has already received more than 1 million views, Josh Peters and Archie Manners explained how they concocted a story about being released by the Prince and Princess of Wales for not doing a good enough job in manipulating a photograph of Middleton and her children that stoked an international furor and endless conspiracy theories. The disgruntled former Employees Act was convincing enough to fool production staff at the Tucker Carlson Network, TCN, who invited Manners, posing as the royal couple's former digital content creator, to a London studio and an interview with the right-wing personality. That was great and really interesting too. I didn't expect to be as interested in it as I was, because you told a really great story, Carlson tells Manners after listening to a made-up tale about how the infamous photograph was actually taken by Middleton's uncle in December, and that a Christmas tree in the background had to be edited out. The pranksters, whose YouTube channel, Josh and Archie, showcases a series of celebrity hoaxes, revealed they stroked Carlson's ego by offering their story as an exclusive because mainstream media in the UK wouldn't touch it. They convinced TCN researchers of their authenticity by creating a fake contract of employment that featured the words, "Every little helps," which is reportedly the motto of the British supermarket chain Tesco. It was written in Latin on a Kensington Palace crest, and a clause in which the royals reserved the right to amputate a limb of their choosing if Manners failed a probationary period. If Tucker Carlson's people read this, why on earth would they let you on the show? Peter says in the video. Manners claimed that following the interview, TCN told him it would be aired early the next week, but that he and Peters decided to break cover to avoid misinformation being broadcast to the network's 530,000 followers on X. "We didn't want to cause any more rumors that are not true, to go out to lots and lots of people," he said. "We just didn't want to be too worthy about that in our video. When William and Kate put that photo out, they allegedly knew the photo was taken at Christmas, and they put it out alongside a statement wishing everyone a happy Mother's Day and told the world that William took it. But it turns out he didn't take it. It was Gary Goldsmith who took the photo." In their initial emailed approach to TCN, the pair posed as a palace employee named George, who said he was about to be scapegoated for the furor, and in the process of being let go. A subsequent palace statement explaining Kate Middleton was experimenting with editing like many amateur photographers was released following the saga. However, it failed to offer reassurance. This set in motion a chain of headline-dominating events that even prompted more questions and scrutiny from royal watchers. Many fans even divided into the previous royal feud between Will and Harry in a bid to connect the dots. Well, as you probably know, Prince William and Prince Harry have been in a royal feud, or as some are calling it, a royal rift. This drama has been going on forever, and chances are you're vaguely confused. We all are, because truly, what are they even fighting about, and why can't everyone just get along? Things are still not the best because of Harry and Meghan Markle's 2020 tell-all interview with Oprah and Meghan's bombshell 2022 interview with The Cut. On top of it all, the Sussexes' Netflix docu-series Harry and Meghan in December 2022 caused the royal family to spiral for literal weeks before the show was even available. In case you missed it, let's go through a timeline of this brotherly spat. It all started back in winter 2018. At this point, there were likely fictitious rumors of drama between Meghan Markle and Kate Middleton had already been floating around the internet for a bit. But then veteran royal reporter Katie Nicholl dropped the bombshell that it was actually Harry and William who hadn't been getting along. This allegedly extended to their wives. According to Katie's sources, the brothers had a falling out around Christmas 2018 when Harry told Will he wasn't doing enough to include Meghan in the royal family. Per Nicholl's source, Harry felt William wasn't rolling out the red carpet for Meghan and told him so. They had a bit of a fallout, which was only resolved when Charles stepped in and asked William to make an effort. That's when the Cambridges invited the Sussexes to spend Christmas with them. You'd think that'd be the end of things, but nope. Please, it only just begun. The Sussexes and Cambridges spent Christmas together in Sandringham with the Queen, but unfortunately, royal watchers discovered a video of William seemingly ignoring Meghan during the family's walk. Basically, she tried to talk to him, and he spent a ton of time adjusting his scarf instead of responding. It was truly a woof month for the royal family. Mostly because TLC started promoting its not at all dramatic documentary, Kate vs. Meghan, Princesses at War. I'll give you a moment to side-eye the universe. but what could have been the cause of the tension? During the doc, William allegedly revealed that he was quite concerned about Harry and Meghan's relationship. According to him, it had moved so quickly. And being close to Harry, probably the only person close enough, he said to him, "This seems to be moving quickly, are you sure?" However, Harry wasn't having any of it. William told Harry that he needed to take as much time as possible to get to know Meghan, but Harry didn't take very kindly to it. What was meant as well-intended brotherly advice riled Harry. Harry is allegedly hugely protective of Meghan. He saw his brother's gesture as criticism. Harry interpreted that as his brother not really being behind his marriage, and things have pretty much gone south between them ever since. But wait, it gets more dramatic. The doc also featured a quote from The Sun's royal correspondent Emily Andrews, who claimed that Harry went ballistic and said, "You're trying to wreck this relationship before it's even started." This was probably the point at which the royal feud became the royal feud. In March, royal filmmaker Nick Bullen confirmed that Meghan and Kate were never at odds. It was always Prince William and Prince Harry. "It's actually that William and Harry have had a rift," he said. "All brothers fall out, all families fall out. Their fallout at the moment is becoming public." In April 2019, the brothers attended an Easter service together and legit didn't speak. As people noted, Harry was seen talking to his cousin, Zara, and exchanging pleasantries with Kate, but did not say anything to his elder brother. The following month, things kinda seemed to be improving. It was reported that Kate and William visited Meghan and Harry's new house, Frogmore Cottage. Their hang sesh was an olive branch between the brothers, and Kate allegedly urged Harry to extend the invitation because she was acutely aware of the importance of William and Harry getting along. Not just because of perception, but because of their collective responsibility to the monarchy as a whole. They were soon at it again when Meghan and Harry officially split from the joint charity they shared with Kate and William. It was honestly just a logistical decision and had nothing to do with drama, but that didn't stop everyone from reading into it. In June, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex welcomed their son, Archie. William was allegedly over the moon that his brother was a dad. In July 2019, William and Kate joined Meghan and Harry for Archie's christening, and they took a group photo. Negative update. William made a weird face, and everyone thought he was unhappy to be there. Oh, and a source revealed that William and Kate weren't happy about Meghan and Harry's decision to keep the christening private. William also thought his brother went overboard by keeping Archie out of the spotlight and blamed Meghan. The brothers had to be together again the following month for their mother's remembrance. The pair reportedly had a good time recollecting their mother's memories. They talked about the little things about Diana that made them laugh, the ski trips and outings to Thorpe Park, the effort she went to on their birthdays, all of it, a source claimed. The biggest storm came in October. Good old October, otherwise known as the month Prince Harry broke the internet and admitted there was, in fact, a royal rift. Part of this role and part of this job and this family being under the pressure that it's under, inevitably, stuff happens. Prince Harry shared this on ITV's documentary, Harry and Meghan, An African Journey. But look, we're brothers. We'll always be brothers. And we're certainly on different paths at the moment. But I'll always be there for him, as I know he'll always be there for me. He continued, "We don't see each other as much as we used to because we're so busy. But I love him dearly. The majority of this stuff in the press is created out of nothing. But as brothers, you have good days, you have bad days." At this point, everyone wished they'd kiss and make up already. Months go by, and yet nothing. Meghan and Harry spent Christmas with Meghan's mom, Doria Ragland, instead of at Sandringham with the royal family. They tried to downplay the drama, saying the decision was in line with the precedent set previously by other members of the royal family and had the support of Her Majesty the Queen. However, sources said there's more to the story. The rift between William and Harry is one of the main reasons behind their decision. As it's Archie's first Christmas, they want it to be super special. It'll be just Doria and the three of them. He added that the drama surrounding the couple has caused a huge amount of stress and were making their family their #1 priority right now.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges.
In January 2020, Meghan and Harry announced they'd be stepping back from their senior royal duties, adding even more fuel to the feud fire. There were a lot of rumors and speculations surrounding the probable cause of their decision. The couple took the world by surprise, especially William. It's sad because when they were younger, William would be the first person Harry would go to with big news like this. The brothers tried to keep things calm, issuing a joint statement which alluded to reports of William bullying Harry out of the family. In March 2020, tension was on full display during Meghan and Harry's final appearance with William and Kate at the Commonwealth Day service. Body language expert Blanca Cobb analysed their collective interactions and thought they were lackluster among the four of them, particularly Kate's lack of acknowledgement. However, towards the end of the month, Harry and William's relationship seemingly began to improve as the Sussexes prepared to officially step back from the royal family. According to a report from the Daily Mail, the brothers were on speaking terms again and both agreed to do their part in helping out their homeland in the pandemic. But in June 2020, just when we thought things were starting to turn around, another report dropped, this time claiming that William was still annoyed with Harry's decision to up and leave England. "William is so tired and done with the drama of it all," the source said. "Seeing Harry cut ties with virtually every aspect of his English life and identity is so hard to fathom. Here we go again." In September 2020, after a relatively quiet month of no big royal family events, huge news dropped. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle signed a multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. The news probably wouldn't ruffle feathers, except for the fact that Netflix is responsible for The Crown, which the royal family has very mixed feelings about. According to reports, Prince William was especially unhappy with Harry over it. William and other senior royals are incredibly uncomfortable about this drama, and livid Harry is now in partnership with the company that's airing it. On top of all this, Robert Lacey's book Battle of Brothers came out, and it gave more insight into William and Harry's feud. Lacey claims William went ahead and got Princess Diana's brother Charles Spencer involved in how fast Harry was moving with Meghan, and Harry was not thrilled. The book also claimed Harry was fighting back tears during one particular royal snub by his brother during one of their final royal events together. In October, Robert Lacey released another excerpt of his book, Battle of Brothers, publicly, and this time alleged that William and Harry had a showdown over Meghan being involved in British Vogue's Forces of Change issue, because not all the content was impartial. Separately, Lacey claimed William took this picture to send a message to Harry. And it kinda worked. Reports claimed Harry and Meghan were indeed upset and saw it as a signal that they were being excluded from royal life. Harry asked to have a wreath of poppies laid on his behalf on Remembrance Day, but the request was turned down by courtiers because he doesn't represent the royals in an official capacity anymore. Either way, Harry was said to be deeply saddened by the decision, and he and Meghan Markle went ahead and visited the Los Angeles National Cemetery to lay flowers at the graves of 2 Commonwealth soldiers.
Almost unsurvivable sounds like there was a breaking point.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself.
You've said some pretty shocking things here.
In March 2021, Meghan and Harry had a big tell-all interview with Oprah. The Sussexes allegedly sat down to talk candidly about what happened during their time as working royals, and it was illuminating. While Harry didn't go all in, he did talk about the tension between himself and his older brother, saying, "As I've said before, I love William to bits. He's my brother. We've been to hell together, but we're on different paths." He continued, "The relationship is space at the moment, and time heals all things hopefully." A source also told Us Weekly that Will, as well as Kate, were in total shock after hearing what Meghan and Harry said in the tell-all. After all this drama, a reporter asked William if he had spoken to his brother since the interview. His response was, "No, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I will." The following month, amidst Prince Philip's funeral, things between Harry and William remained extremely frosty. By December, everything with Harry and Meghan was hugely stressful. But if anything, it pulled Kate and William closer together. In April of the following year, Prince Harry allegedly suggested that a mediator be brought in to work with him and Prince William on their relationship. Katie Nicholl hinted at this on Entertainment Tonight. This is huge news given it's typically common for updated editions to feature new chapters or additional info. The move is widely viewed as a step towards reconciliation between the Duke of Sussex and the royal family. It has indeed been endlessly back and forth between Will, Kate, Harry, and Meghan. Unfortunately, Tucker Carlson has allegedly been caught up in all of this saga after she took the wrong bait. Proved to us all how Carlson had allegedly alienated so many people, instigated so many internal and external scandals, and fanned so many flames of ugliness that his firing was inevitable. Carlson also suffered a similar blow earlier in his career. Perhaps it could be the reason he pretended to be immune to attack. His long relationship with career vulnerability caused him to foster an image of untouchability. And it worked so well that even now, more than 6 months after his exit, people are wondering why it happened. Carlson was reportedly terminated suddenly and sloppily. However, some of Carlson's staffers were not entirely shocked. They knew they pushed the envelope far past the point of a paper cut. It was always going to end badly, one Carlson producer said. We knew we were burning too bright. Carlson allegedly portrayed his production team as a force for good in the battle against the evils he presumed nightly. His entire show was about him versus the bad guys. Carlson's brain immediately ballooned with theories about his dismissal. He suspected it was the father's doing, not the son's. At the time, Carlson claimed to know for a fact that he was cancelled due to Dominion. They agreed to take me off the air, my show off the air, as a condition of the Dominion settlement, he told Chadwick Moore, a friendly biographer. His camp also leaked this claim to sources in mid-May, with the added detail that an unnamed Fox board member told Carlson about it on April 26th, 2 days after the cancellation. Well, with all of Carlson's bad record, it seemed a lot of people had it out for him. Think, for just a moment, about the worst relationship in your past and why it ended. Odds are, there wasn't just one reason. It wasn't one thing. It was everything. That's why Fox allegedly dropped Carlson. It wasn't one thing. It was everything. Yes, he was in the sights of the Fox board. Yes, he was under scrutiny for his cunt texts. Yes, his white men fight message made matters worse. Yes, his show's climate was so hostile. But there was so much more. Carlson allegedly repulsed large swaths of the company he worked for. He reportedly created internal strife with his conspiratorial commentaries, and also exposed Fox to defamation suits from the likes of Ray Epps. He offended key executives to the point that managers believed he broke rules and norms just to show he could. Some of these were allegedly at the expense of his friendships. The icing on the cake was him committing the Cardinal Fox sin of acting like he was bigger than the network he was on. At this point, it seemed Carlson's time slot was far less profitable for Fox than it should have been. Through multiple sources, it was allegedly revealed that Carlson's producers and writers were more loyal to him than to Fox as a network. They were a saboteur squad of true believers, regarding the mothership as almost enemy territory. Of course, Carlson always genuflected to Fox in public, praising the network for letting him say what we think is true. However, his expressions of gratitude to Fox didn't fool management because they knew how he acted in private. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Do you think terminating Carlson would stop him from future acts? Drop your thoughts in the comment below.